the choice to leave phase to join mentality was never quite obvious. It was a very long process, more than 6 months that I was thinking about, what I should do in my future months and years. So it was, it was a tough decision, but it was made during the Christmas break, and that's when my contract with phase was ending, and I had the freedom to do that choice. But yeah, just to sum it up, it was a long process, and it was never something that happened after one day or something like that. Yeah, the first practices with Vitality, it was very different. I guess change of scenery. It was very intense the way this team likes to practice. I think I've played in international teams for a long time with Mouse before, and then phase. And people put a lot of effort, but the way like this team practices, for example, it's very intense, and it takes a lot of effort to just be productive and stuff like that. So it's important it was important for me to adjust to that, and then just meeting all the people, Apex and Zaivu, Messi Flames. I think all fantastic players. I think the way Apex's leadership it was very similar to me when I joined. I think it's people ask me a lot how is it from Carrigan to Apex, but yeah, as I always said, it's very similar, like calling styles. The leadership is very similar to me, what I had before. So I think in that sense, it's not difficult to change. And for example, playing with Zaivu is a pleasure. I mean, he's probably the best player in the world. Has been for a long time. So yeah, just a pleasure to play with him. If we speak about like just winning trophies and having a dominant run, I think it's a lot of similarities. Your team is peaking. Everyone is in good shape, in good form. Everyone is just putting in like high excellence, and you can see that everyone is really skilled, and just the mentality is really, really strong, and everyone wants to be there to win, to be there for each other. And I guess the one thing that could be different is just the foundation of the team, where like I think in Vitality we have more talks about the sensitive topics and what could become issues down the line. Like, in many teams you don't have all the supportive staff to help resolve issues and talk about pressure, and just like, you often have arguments between teammates, for example, and that's a normal thing. You find an issue and you find a solution together as well. And then I guess we definitely do that in every team that I've been a part of, but we maybe did it less in Mouse and in Phase, for example. So in Vitality, the problem solving is, I think, on a much higher level, and I think we always take many steps ahead, 2 or 3 steps ahead to get ahead of issues, so to make sure they don't even appear. I think that's the biggest difference. For myself, I think it's very tough to improve. I think playing in my role is you have certain limits. I think it's clear who are the best players in the world, and in my opinion, I don't think it's really possible to pass that in the position I am. But never say never. I think last year we saw how Dunk became the best player in the world while he's playing the entry fragger role, kind of. So I think I've worked on myself for many years, as you said. Since 2018, I've kind of been at the top, and just keeping that level. I think the more important thing for myself is just maintaining that. Like, it's nice to go higher, but you don't want to go down. So just important to maintain the level you have, and I think that will come if you play in a good team, if you win trophies, and that's the main target. You don't care about the individual level too much. You want to win trophies, and the individual achievements, those things, they all come as a side effect of that. The main qualities to play the lurk role, I think, number one is definitely patience. I think understanding the timings, try to read individual behavior, like from the enemy side, because you're on the lurk, so you have like a silent duel with the person, but you always want to be one step ahead. So you need to really get in their head and see how they think, and kind of just predict how they move, so you can have the advantage as the lurk, because if you're on the side, there's probably gonna be one guy holding you all the time. So you just need to predict when you have that opening and the gap when he moves, and when the defense is moving around, so they're rotating, or you have an option to make a play or whatever. And I think in general, but I guess mechanics as well. Just having good mechanics and being on top of your game. It's a big difference if you have insane aim on the lurk, because you will have a lot of duels in many positions. You will probably use less nades because your teammates are going to do most of the executes, and you're just going to have to rely on your aim mostly. So I think good mechanics and aim is definitely a part of it as well. Yeah, after so many years to stay motivated, it is it's on one side it's easy, but on the other side it's tough. I think the one thing to keep in mind is that there's many, or rather there's most people who would like to be in my position. They would like to have won trophies. They would like to be on top of the CS game, where like you are competing against the best teams. You are being talked about as the best and good players to play the game, and I think that's the thing you need to be humble about, and keep in mind that you're in a really good position. But the other part is like when you've played for so many years, there's going to be burnouts. I think that's for every person at some point in their life. Doesn't matter what their job is, there's going to be burnouts, and I think that's something you just deal with. You learn what's gonna help you in your schedule, what's gonna be important to you in your personal life and in your team, how you can manage that. But the most important thing is like the best feeling of competing is winning. So as long as you enjoy that and you like to chase the wins, and after that come the trophies and the success, I think people really become addicted to the competition. So I think that's the thing you just have to be healthy about, and manage the burnouts on the side. With the map pool change, I am very happy. I was not a fan of Anubis, and I think it was one of the least popular maps actually in the map pool. I think many people wanted to get changes on Anubis because the layout was a bit weird. It's a T-sided map. But no changes were made for a long time, I think, since the map was released. So just really nice to have Overpass back as well. I think Overpass is a fantastic map. I was surprised that they even removed it before, because they reworked the map. It's new graphics, new everything, and then they suddenly remove it. So it was a surprise. But now I'm happy it's back, and I really like the map. City Molly, I think, is also a really good change. It's been a struggle on city side sometimes, because the Molly is really bad nowadays compared to the Team Molly and how it was before. They were the same, City and Team Molly. So I think just having this new change, even if it's a bit small on a bigger scene of things, I think it's gonna help. It's gonna help. I can definitely say it's gonna help on Inferno, on the banana, on when the cities are taking banana. It's gonna help. Even on Overpass now, we're checking new grenades, and like we see the Molotov, like a city Molotov, it has a good effect on it. So I think it's a really good change. I think the preparation will be mostly the same. Obviously, the main difference will just be new goals. And just setting the new aspirations, what we want to achieve the next few months and the next season. I think in terms of the game, the preparation, we have the same always for every tournament, every game. We have a pretty good routine and structure on how we like to prepare the game. And when we already won Katowice, the first trophy, we know every other team is going to be looking at us, how we won the trophy, and it's been like that for the last 7 trophies. So just trying to innovate some stuff even while we're at the top, because I think the main thing is reaching the top, but staying there is another thing. So just trying to create new things, and even though it's really hard to do that, because winning a tournament means you're always going all the way. You don't have many days of time or practice to prepare like that. So Apex. So yeah, just need to always stay one step ahead, and it's hard, but we are trying. And in terms of the preparation, the only thing that will change is the goals. Well, for young people, I recommend first of all to stay in school. Obviously, I think it's an important thing. I think it was part of my life at one point when I was going to school, and I was actually playing professional in mouse at the same time. So I think that's an important thing to do, to make sure you don't ruin your life, because CS can be an amazing thing, amazing job, amazing career, but it's really tough to become a pro and to get a career like this. So yeah, it's not everyone can make it, but if you balance it well, you will have a good shot and you will have no risk, because you have a life besides CS as well. But for CS, I mean, it's always the same, just grind. I think what happened to me is I played a lot of CS, and you just need to be ready when the first opportunity comes, or when the right opportunity comes, because you can play, but maybe you will never get a chance. So that will be unfortunate, but when the chance will come, you just have to be ready for that moment. So yeah, just get ready whenever that first opportunity comes. Yes, the French people, as always, thank you for the support. I think I see many messages on social media nowadays of just support and like warm, heartfelt messages, because we're winning a lot of trophies, so the fans are being nice. Hopefully they'll be nice when we eventually lose and dip down in performance, because it's gonna happen. Obviously, not every team can win forever, or not any team probably. But yeah, I'm glad to have a really good fan base behind us, and I think it's gives you motivation and gives you stronger mentality and like an emotional boost, so to say. So yeah, thank you and merci.
Merci.
Merci.